أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهدي الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمد عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتون إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. إخوة الإيمان السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has given us another opportunity to gather here again on this blessed day, which is the Friday 24th of Jumadal Ula, year 1445 after the hijrah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca to Medina, which is equivalent to the 8th day of the month of December, year 2023. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who brought us here accept this our gathering as an act of worship, and let it be a hujjah for us and not against us in this world and in the hereafter. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. In continuation with what we started discussing last week concerning the preservation of the sacred life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to every one of us, and what is the judgment concerning al-qatil wal-maktul, the person that commits murder and the murderer, the person that killed and the person that was killed. That is what we started discussing last week, and we are going to continue today with Qudratullahi Ta'ala. Nabiyuna Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said concerning those that used to threaten another human being like them, what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said about them was that man asharid bi adidi ila ahihi, man ashara bi adidatin ila ahihi, fa innal malaika tal'anuhu atta yadu'ahu. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever raised a weapon, any kind of weapon or any kind of tool with the intention of harming any other person, Allah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the angels will be cursing that person throughout the period that he has raised that weapon, that he has raised that tool with the intention of injuring another fellow human being. Wa in kana akhuhu li abihi wa ummihi. Even if the person he has raised that weapon, he has raised that tool upon, even if that person is direct sibling, that they are of the same father and of the same mother, the curse of the angels will be upon that person throughout the time he has raised up that tool and weapon. So we can see the extent. He has not even used the weapon. He has not even used the tool with the intention of harming a fellow human being. Even if it is somebody that you know, that you came out from the same father, you have the same biological father, you have the same biological mother, you are trying to threaten that person. It's a threat now, not a deliberate harm. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the cause of the angels, not even the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the cause of the angels, because the angels will be angry that why do you have this kind of intention to even threaten him, not to have gotten to the point of what? Harming him or her. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is warning us not to threat any person. Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu said that Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, man amala alayna sila'a falaysa minna. Whoever raised a weapon against us. Silah here means a sword, but let us take it contextually, that or generically, whoever raised a weapon against us, falaysa minna, that person is not part of us. So my brothers, the so-called believers that are killing people all around with the intention of, or with the motive of saying that everybody must become Muslim. Where did they want to put this hadith? You can't compel people. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. Right? And la tudrikul absar wa huwa yudrikul absara. You can't for innaka la ta'di ma ababta walakin Allah yahdi man yasha. You can't force anybody to come and do your religion. Quran has told us in Surah Al-Baqarah, after Allah la ilaha illa wal hayyul qayyum, the next verse that follow it, wala yauduhu ifsuma wa wal aliyyul azim. The next verse is what? La ikra'a fi din. Qad tabayyana rushd min al-ghayy. And this particular verse was revealed because of the Yahudis, because of the Jews in Medina. And what led to that was that when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, before his migration to Medina, the Jews or the Medinite people or the Madanis, they used to send their children to the Jews of Medina to go and learn, because the Jews are civilized people. The way majority of us are imbibing or inculcating the Western culture. Majority of some people's wives now, you see them, they will hardly back children, back their babies, the way our own mothers backed us. They will be using like a carrier now. They will now carry the baby in front of their chest like a kangaroo. Because that's how kangaroo carries his or her babies. That's the lifestyle that majority of the modern day wives are imbibing now. And there are some heat, traditionally or culturally or biologically, there are some heat of the body that a baby needs to receive from the back of the mother. So also, some of them now, they are refusing to even breastfeed their children because they don't want their mammary gland to what? To sag. The way these small boys used to sag their trousers. Because they don't want to leave the age of, they don't want to depreciate. So they want their mammary gland to always be standing. So what they prefer now is to be buying canned food for their babies. There are some immunity in the milk of a woman that the baby must suck from her breast, from her chest. But because of the modern age that we are, want to look like somebody who is at the age of 50 wants to be looking like under 16, under 18. Because they are emulating the Western culture. So these Jews, the Madanis, used to send their children to them that they want them to go and learn. But there is no how. Man kana murabbi kana murabba. Whoever you study under, definitely you are going to emulate some things in him or her. That is why wherever you want to send your children to, either to boarding school, either to one malam to go and learn, either to one mistress to go and learn, you should know the theology of that particular person. Or else, the virus that is in that person's head is going to, your child or your children will learn from that viruses. And they will bring it back home for you. And before you are going to discover, it might be late. That is why you see different kind of belief in a particular family. Maybe the person you have sent your children to go and learn under them, maybe they are the fanatics. And you are a liberal mu'min, you are a liberal Muslim, that you are mutawassit. You are not among the less privileged, you are not among the weak ones, and you are not among the strong ones, but you are in between, and you are Islam. It's standing firm. So these Madanis, they used to send their children to whom? To the Jews to go and learn. So after some time, the Madanis started revolting that if our children have come to learn enlightenment from you, doesn't mean that they must do what? They must practice your religion. I hope you are following. Doesn't mean that because they are coming here to come and learn ABCD, they are coming to you to come and learn your what? To come and learn 1, 2, 3. They must now follow your Jewish belief. But the repercussion, the other way around, is what is being happening. And that was the sababu nuzul of La ikraha fi dini qad tabayyana rushdi min al-ghayy. La ikraha fi din. There must be compulsion in Islam. There must be compulsion in any deen. So you that you are killing people up and down that they must do Islam, you yourself, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told you, confirm it to you that He has accepted it. And see an authentic verse. Is there anything that is not authentic in Quran? It is only hadith that we can be what? We can be juxtaposing upon. That this one is a weak hadith, this one is fabricated hadith. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had told us that the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is by conviction, not by force. Because the verse of Quran had already told us that La ikraha fi din. You can't compel anybody to the extent that you now be killing them. Even at the point of death, you are asking them to say La ilaha illallah. You are forcing them. Total submission has to be will. Should be a state of willingness. It's not in a state of compulsion. So Abdullah ibn Umar said, Prophet Muhammad told them that whoever, man amala alayna sila'a, whoever raised a sword against us, falaysa minna, that person is not among us. So all those that are killing without any justification, they are not what? They are not part of us. You can see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserved our life. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam even taught his ummah that you have to what? You have to preserve human life. And Abi Saheed al-Khudri radiyallahu ta'ala anhu and Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma jami'an. Abu Saheed al-Khudri was a Sahabi of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, I heard from Abu Hurairah. All of us, you know whom Abu Hurairah was. Abdurrahman bin Sakhar. That was his name. He was called Abu Hurairah because he used to carry a little kitten, a little cat up and down. Abu Saheed al-Khudri said, I heard from Abu Hurairah that La anna a'lu samai wal ad itaraku fi dami mu'min la aqabahum fi an-nar. La anna a'lu samai wal ad. If all the people in the heaven and the people on the earth itaraku fi dami mu'min, they split just one believer's blood on the ground, la aqabahum fi an-nar. Allah will gather the people in the heaven and the people on the earth, to gather all of them together and throw them into the hell. Allah will not be so bashful to preserve them that you are worshiping me in the heaven, yes. You are worshiping me on the earth, yes. Allah will not hesitate to put all of them together and what? And throw all of them into the hell. You can see the extent of what? Of preserving the sacred life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has what? Has preserved. That is what Abu Saheed al-Khudri radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said they heard from Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Another hadith from Nabiyuna Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Today we deal mostly with hadith. Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet Muhammad said, Ayyuma rajulin, whoever amongst you, an yamunna rajulan, he gave assurance to a fellow human being. And whoever amongst you said, Mr. Zaradin, come, you'll be safe in my place. Are you following me? Rajula ala zarin, he gave him contentment that, okay, in my own place, you are safe, nothing will happen to you. Summa qatalahu. With giving him that confidence that you are safe, come to me. And after some time, he now killed him. Nabiyuna Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, فَأَنَّ مِنَ الْقَاتِلِ بَرِيءٌ وَمِنَ الْمَقْتُولِ وَإِنْ كَانَ مَقْتُولُ كَافِرًا. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, me, I will be far away from that person that killed another person with deceit. Even if the person he has killed was a kafir, was a non-believer. Are we getting it? You are a believer now. You are a mu'min. You are a Muslim. You now deceive a Christian, a Jew, an idol worshipper, or somebody who don't even have religion. You now deceive that person to the extent that you now kill him or her. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I will distance myself away from you. I will not have any relationship with you. And if Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam distance himself away from you, you are finished. This goes to hotel owners. This goes to transporters, especially these Uber drivers, these cab hires. We have gotten to a stage that you can't even go into any hotel with peace in your mind because you wouldn't know what will happen before the day break. Some hotels now, as I'm talking to you, they are more or less like a graveyard. If you enter there alive, it's either you are buried there or your dead body will be evacuated from some of these hotels. They are just more or less like a lion dens. You are traveling. You got to a place that you discover that you can't proceed on this journey because if you produce, you are going to land into the enemy's hand. Either kidnappers, either Boko Haram, either armed robbers. You know that your safety is not guaranteed. You now stop by. And hotel is supposed to be an abode that you should what? You should have tranquility that, okay, tomorrow I'm going to proceed on my journey. Let me rest here. It's additional expenses because you have to pay for the service that they need to render to you. But as you are paying for the ticket that will send you to the hereafter in some of these hotels. That is one. Number two, some of these transporters, you hear or you will read or you will see that some people, they enter one chance. What is one chance? Just from here to Eleko, anything can happen. That's a peculiar case. Now, the Uber drivers, you are the one that will use your app to invite them to come and carry you. Some of them, they'll be initiated with some occultic people that we need so person. They will carry you from here, and the next place you are going to find yourself is in Ondo State. I'm just citing an example. I'm not using Ondo State as a case study of bad precedent. You can find yourself in Sambisa Forest from here because they will have sprayed some substances, chemical substances into you. You will sleep off or you doze off that you even know where you are. But where you are going to find yourself is in the hands of the enemies. Unfortunately, one of our brothers here in Lagos, who is an Hafiz, last year was picked around Ijora. He was going to work early in the morning, around 5:30 a.m. here in Lagos. And the Sienna he joined, unfortunately, was Sienna of these kidnappers. This brother found himself in Ondo State. It was something everybody read, majority of people read. Don't let me say everybody. He was there for good 3 days. The brother is a Yoruba man. But he was an Hafiz with Nisfu Sad, with his plenty beard. Allah did not allow him not to be caught. Allah did not allow him. Allah did not spare him because of the Quran that was in him. Allah allowed him to pass through that trial because it was a trial. And he passed through it for good 3 days. He was naked. When they got to where they took them to, they removed all his clothes with the women that they've also kidnapped. But the only thing that did not cease in his mouth was the Quran that he had what? He had already memorized. So he kept on reciting Quran every time. The very day that they were supposed to slaughter him, the brother, when he was giving his revelation, or when he was narrating the ordeal that he passed through, he said, in his presence like this, they were slaughtering the people that were his co-persons in the same vehicle. And when they got there, they went to call the herbalists that used to use whatever meat, they call them meat, the kidnapped victims. The herbalist that used to come and check, maybe the spirit of this particular person will be used for whatever they want to use for, either for money ritual, either for power or whatever that they used to seek from the jinns. We have discussed all this when we are talking about the jinns. Because we human beings, we are the one that used to go to them to go and seek for what? For spiritual power. The jinns, they said it. Let's go back to Surah to Jinn. They said it. That the jinn, the human beings, they used to come to them and come and seek for power. But today, they don't know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to do with them. They said it, the jinns. This brother said, so the particular day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to liberate him from them. Among the kidnappers, there was a woman among them. So anytime he is reciting Quran, that woman used to look at him. So when everybody now went to bed, when they dozed off, not went to bed, when they dozed off, at that particular room that they kept them, it was that same woman that now brought him out among the kidnappers. She was the one now that arranged for him to scale, to jump through the fence, an electric fence. He said the house was an isolated house inside the bush. Before he now found his way, in the midnight, he found his way to in between or a Lagos Express Road. He said he had to stand in the middle of the road that he doesn't even care if any failed, a vehicle that the brake has failed can come and hit him. He was just seeking for help. Before a trailer now stopped by for him and took him from there, the trailer was coming to Ibadan. So they disembarked in Ibadan after 3 days. So it was the driver of that trailer that even gave him money from Ibadan to Ojota to Bega in Lagos, where his family came to pick him. So all these people that are doing this, I'm just citing this as an example of what is happening around us. All those that are doing this, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, either you are a Muslim, or you are a kafir, or you are a non-believer. If you kill any soul, annabali uminka, I'm going to distance myself away from you. Even if the person you killed is not a believer the way you claim to be a believer. That was what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. Prophet Muhammad told us again that Allah told him, precisely this must be hadith Qudsi, that kana bi rajulin. Prophet Muhammad said Allah told him that a servant of mine who was injured, faqatala nafsahu, he now killed himself because of the injury. Maybe the severity of the pain of the injury now made him to kill himself. Faqala Allah ta'ala jalla shani. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah now said, Badarani abdin bin nafsihi. My servant, he killed himself because he was passing through a kind of pain. Haram to alayhi al-jannah. No matter whatever he might have done in this world, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not allow him to enter al-jannah. Indicating that those that used to commit suicide, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not allow them to enter al-jannah. There is an hadith I'm going to quote here again. They will not even perceive the odor of al-jannah, not talk of entering al-jannah. I'm going to read it unto us. So, killing human being, apart from those that we have mentioned last week, that we can kill, and not you as an individual that you will kill. A law must be passed before that particular person will be killed, because they must have evaluated what is the magnitude of the offense he or she had what? Committed, before the judgment of killing will be passed on that person. So, we that we are not killing, we turn killing people to a spirit where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to place us on the day of Qiyamah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned to us again that the last Hajj, Rasul performed only one Hajj. He didn't perform two Hajj. And that is the Hajj that we call Hajjatul Wada. The Hajj of farewell, the farewell Hajj. That you are telling somebody that, bye-bye. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on Yawmul Arafah in Mina, he mentioned this. When he was on the pulpit, the way we are doing our khutbah like this on Friday, on the minbar, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam now said what I want to quote to us now. This was the last khutbah and the holy khutbah that Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam read and delivered to the ummah, as I want to deliver it to us too. Are you a nurse? people, all you mankind, all you believers, that you believe in the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you believe in the Kalimatul Musharraf, you believe in me as a messenger and as a prophet, you believe in the Holy Scripture, you believe on the day of judgment, and you believe in Qadar, Khairi wa Sharihi. These are the Arkanul Iman. They are 6, different from the pillars of Islam. He said, I'm calling to you. Ayu yomin aza, which day are we? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam faced the contingent of the what? Of the Ujaj. He now asked them, which day are we? Fakola yomu al-yom. Fakola, they now said, al-yomu al-haram. Today that you are talking to us, we are in a day that is a what? A sacred day. That means the day is what? It's an holy day. He now asked them, for you baladin aza? Which town are we? Every one of us, we came from particular village. We came from particular town. We came from particular state. We came from particular nation. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked the ummah that we're facing him the way you two are facing me now. For you baladin aza? Which town are we now? Qalu, faqalu, they now said, bi baladin alam. We are in a what? We are in a sacred town. Indicating that that land, that town that they were at that point in time is a land that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made to be what? To be holy. You know, he asked them, which day? That was number 1. Now he asked them where they are now. And they told him that they are on a sacred land. Fayu sharing Aza. The third question was, which month are we? I hope you are following me. Which month are we? Fakolu Sharul Haram. We are in a sacred month. They responded, but they never knew why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asking all these questions. Fakola Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nabiyuna Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after asking them these 3 questions, which I want to believe every one of you should not forget. The first thing he asked them was what? Which day are we? And they responded that we are on a sacred day. Which land are we? They responded, we are on a sacred land. Which month are we? They responded back that we are in a sacred month. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam now told them, "Fa inna dimahakum." As I'm talking to you, all of you, let me warn you that after asking you those 3 questions, let me warn you, and I want you to take it, that fa inna dimahakum, your blood, wa amwalakum, and your wealth, wa aradakum, and your honor, alaykum haram, is forbidden for each one of you to touch it unlawfully. Your blood must not be splitted. You must not splash any other fellow human being's blood on the land, because it's haram for you. Your wealth, your money, your properties, your children, your houses, haramun alaykum. It's unlawful for you to touch what does not belong to you. Those of you that used to take another person's wife, it's haram. Those of you that used to steal other people's children, it's haram. Those that used to steal people's parents with the name of collecting ransom, it's haram. The act that you have perpetrated is haram. The money you have collected is what? Is haram. Some people, they have beautiful wives at home. Beautiful wives. Even after 5, 6, 10 children, their wives still maintain the good physique that they married them 10, 20 years ago. Some, because of their covetousness, they still go and be looking for another person's wife. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam reiterated it on day of haram and munah, that people's property, your wife is your property, is haram for another person. Children, of another person is haram for you. Taking them unlawfully. The amana, the trust in between you and another person is haram for you to betray. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had already told us that man gashana falaysa minna. Whoever cheats us is not part of us. So part of the cheating is for you to betray somebody who has what? Who has faith in you, who has believed in you. The third one that Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said was that Hurmati alaykum aharadukum, the honor, the integrity, the personality of another fellow human being like you must not toy with it. Because of politics. See how a bona fide family, a unified family became disintegrated, and they will never come to unification again at Yawm al-Qiyamah just because of politics. You see two brothers of the same mother that came out from the same mother's womb. They will be denigrating each other just because of what? Because of politics. What the brother did not do, he now go and write it. To the extent, some people will even call their biological brother a bastard. That when their father was not around, it was one man from social place that used to come and sleep with their mother. And it was a lie. Just because of what? Because of politics. Just because of those of you that are contractors. You know how you used to rubbish your major competitor. That you know that this is the person that at the end of the day, after the bidding process, after the procurement process, there is a tendency that this social company is the one that will get the contract. Just because of that, you know where some of you have gotten to tarnish the image of that particular contractor. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is telling us that we must not do that. In your places of work, just because you want eye service, you want your boss to recognize you, you know how you have dented the image of your colleague in the office. All this will not take you to anywhere except to the doom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Kalimati yawmikum hadha." The way it is today is so noble, is so sacred, and that day was which day? Yawm Arafah. There is no day that the radiance of the sun will be well radiated on this earth other than the day of Arafah. That the day that the sun will come out and reach the apex horizon on the earth. There is no day like that, like what? Day of Arafah. So day of Arafah is a very blessed day. That is why who is not on the Arafah plain should do what? Should fast. It's not compulsory, it's voluntary. Just for you to commemorate and to compensate the activity that is ongoing at where? On the Arafat plain. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, with the honor and the sanctity and the sacredness of this holy day, your blood, your property, your honor, or your integrity must be what? Must be well preserved. The way that particular day is well preserved. And the way that particular land, and that is the land of where? Land of Arafah. And if we are talking about land of Arafah, it's in where? It's in Mecca. And the land of Mecca is what? It's a blessed land. Because Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salamullah said, Rabbi ijal aza baladan aminan. Allah brings tranquility to this land. So anything in that land will be what? We will have the tranquility that Nabi Ibrahim had already asked from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is telling us that we should preserve our life. The way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had preserved that particular day, which is the Yawm al-Arafah. Where is the Arafah now taking place? On the holy land of where? Mecca. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordained and has preserved and has blessed that land, you should bless and preserve every other human being's soul. And as Allah has preserved, has honored, that particular month. And which month is that? Zulhijjah. The month in which the Hajj activities used to be carried out. Which Hajj activities used to be executed the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had preserved that particular month. The way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had honored that particular month, so also you people should honor every individual soul. You can see what Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is making references to. They are something that we cannot take with levity hand. فَأَحَدِهَا مِرَارًا Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam now kept on repeating that with the honor of this particular day, with the honor of this particular land, with the honor of this particular month, فَأَحَدَهَا مِرَارًا Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam kept on repeating that urimati alaykum dima'akum, urimati alaykum amwalakum, urimati alaykum ahradakum. These three things, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam kept on repeating them. That splitting of blood without any justification is haram. Don't take laws into your hand. Your property, don't take it illegally. Every one of us should flash back where we all came out from. Or those that lost or lose their parents at a very tender age, that they have not even matured to even know anything. The property that their parents left behind for them, that their uncle are overseeing, where are the properties today? Where are the properties? So those of you that you have illegally acquired your nephew or your niece property, you are among the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said will not attain the mercy. His mercy on the day of Qiyamah. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said we should preserve human beings, we should preserve our properties, and we should preserve what? Our integrity and honor. Faqala Abdullah ibn Abbas. Abdullah ibn Abbas now said, Fawallahi, I swear to Almighty God. Fawallahi alladhi nafsi biyadihi. I swear to Almighty God that my life is in His hand. Inna ala wasiyatu illa ummatihi. He said, definitely. This is a will that Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is leaving behind for his what? For his ummah. That is a will. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam doesn't have any house. He doesn't have any clothes. He doesn't have any money in any treasury that the ummah is going to what? Is going to inherit. At the end of the day, out of his 7 children, it was Nabi Sayyidatuna Fatima that was the only child and the only daughter that was left behind. She didn't inherit anything. The only thing that brought controversy between her and Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala was the land of Prophetic or the land of Fadak. And at the end of the day, it had already been willed, like somebody having a land at a banana island now. That was the only land that was left behind by Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Abu Bakr made it known to Fatima that he had already disposed it for the ummah. So the only daughter that was left behind, she didn't inherit anything. That is the question I kept asking. That those that are amassing the resources of this country, where are they taking it to? Is it what their own father has left behind for them? Is it what their mother has left behind for them that they are still making to today? Every child has come to this world and with his own arzak, with the provision that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had provided for each one of the child that will come to this world, Allah had already decreed. And you will never get less than what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed for you, and you never get more than it. So those that are stealing, that are strangling other fellow human beings on earth, because they want to gather what their 10th generation is going to spend, where are they taking it to? Every child will come and work for whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed for them. There are some children, you give birth to them in affluence, and they will have influence. By the end of the day, they will be walking around the street as if they have nobody that gave birth to them. And people will now be saying, is that not the child of so-so person? So we should all work, and we are going to get whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the time for us. So Abdullah ibn Abbas said Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave this khutbah as a wasiyah, as a will that is given to the ummah. He now said, فَلْيُبَلِّغُ الشَّاهِدَ الْبَالِغَ. Those of you that you are present in this gathering today, you should try and deliver my khutbah, my message. You should deliver it to whom? To the people that were not here. As we two are mentioning now. Those of us that we are here, we should deliver this message of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There are the three conditions that Prophet Muhammad said we should observe. We should not split blood unlawfully. We should not take the things that do not belong to us. And we should protect our integrity. These three things, we should also deliver to those that are not here. The way Abdullah ibn Abbas said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam delivered it to them as a departing message. وَلَا تَرْجِعُوا بَعْدِي كُفَّارًا. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I'm scared of something. When I go, those of you that you have believed now, you should not turn back and become kuffar. You should not turn back and become disbelievers. At the end of the day, some people did that. They celebrated apostasy. Musaylima al-Kazzab, he called himself a prophet. After Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam left. And that was the reason why Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, I will wage war against whoever said he's not going to pay the zakat. And whoever refused to say la ilaha illallah, I'm going to wage war against them. Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, but they are Muslims. And there are some of them are saying la ilaha illallah. He said yes, even if they are saying la ilaha illallah and they refuse to be observing salat, they became tariqus salat, I'm going to wage war against them. Mani zakat, wa tariqus salat, and those that are calling themselves prophets. These are the three principal activities that Abu Bakr held on to. So, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Wala tarju ba'di kuffaran." After my departure, I'm scared that some of you will now turn to what? To disbelievers. Yadribu ba'dukum riqaba ba'din. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was twisting together his hands like this. That is asking us to be unified and not to distribute ourselves with little ideological differences or theological differences. With our akida, we should manage ourselves so that we won't allow those that do not even know what we are doing to come and separate us. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam warned every one of us. Abdullah ibn Umar and Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Abdullah ibn Umar mentioned again. We have finished the discussion concerning the last khutbah of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam concerning the preservation of the sacred lives that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave every one of us. Abdullah ibn Umar now talks about whoever killed a murderer now. Inna min waratatil umar allati la mahraja liman aqaw nafsihi fi shifa'u dima'ul haram. That among those that Allah will not be merciful, and among those that Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will not intercede for on the day of Qiyamah, are those that killed unlawfully. Whoever take any weapon, as we have taught, as we have read, as we have mentioned, and you unlawfully kill another fellow human being, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I will not allow you to come closer to me, not to talk of you entering Al-Jannah. Abdullah ibn Umar telling us again now that whoever kills will not receive the intercession of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And another authentic hadith that among these first categories of people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to investigate or that Allah is going to interrogate on the day of Qiyamah are those used to kill human beings. Another hadith said the first category of people that Allah is going to interrogate us on the day of Qiyamah are whom? Atarikus Salat. Those that used to play, that doesn't pray on time, that used to play with their prayers. But another hadith said that those that used to kill people unlawfully, they are the first categories of people that Allah is going to interrogate on the day of Qiyamah. Allah is just telling us to let us know through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that we need to preserve life of human being so that we are not going to be among the first people that witness the consequence of what we have done here in this world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us and protect our activities that we are doing. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya allazina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallim taslima. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala ma la nabiyya ba'da. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has made us a Muslim and who has given us the opportunity to gather here today. May Allah accept this as an act of ibadah. In continuation with what we are discussing concerning the killing of the life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made sacred, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said, Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told them that Yuja'iul rajulu, on day of Qiyamah, a man will come, fayaqul, he will now say in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Rabbi, oh my Lord, Aza qatalani, this is the person that killed me. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu is the one that narrated this. From what they have learned from the tongue of Nabiuna Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet told them that on the day of Qiyamah, a man will come in front of Almighty Allah. You know there is something that is more than Al-Jannah. Even the Al-Jannah, you know they are not on the same categories. Jannatul Adini, Jannatul Ma'wa, Jannatul Firdaus. We have different kind of Al-Jannah, right? And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that if we are seeking for Al-Jannah, we should seek for which of the Al-Jannah? Al-Jannatu Salullah, Al-Jannatu Firdaus. When we enter Al-Jannah, there is something that is more than Al-Jannah. And that is what? Ru'yatullah. Seeing Allah is more than entering Al-Jannah. May Allah give us the opportunity to see Him. So in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a man will appear and he will be telling Allah, which Allah already knows. He will be telling Allah that Aza qatalani, this is the person that has killed me. Fayaqulullah, and Allah will now say, Lima qataltahu, why did you kill him? The person that was killed, Allah will restore back his life. He will stand in front of Allah and we have the opportunity to speak in front of Allah that Allah, this person has killed me. The person that now killed, Allah will now ask him, Lima qataltahu, why did you kill him? Faqala Allah. Allah will now say, the person will now tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, qataltahu litakunu laka izzan. I killed him because I want to honor you. The person that killed another person will now tell Allah that I killed him because I want to honor you. But Allah will now say that Fali izzati, honor belongs to me, but I didn't ask you to go and kill him, indicating that all these Boko Haram, all these Daesh, all these IS, all these Taliban and all these people with different fikriya that they are just killing people any up and down without any justification. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask them. And apart from this, there are other people in our own setup too that are killing illegally. Like there are some malams that are already herbalists. They are malams. They know Quran. They know Hadith. They know Fiqh. They know all this. But they are ritualists. To the extent that they will say that I will kill you and I will be honored in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will tell you, okay, if you observe this Salatul Juma, you won't observe Salatul Asr on this earth. And they mean it because they have it. I met some of them. We knew some of them. If you tell people, oh, leave Allah, you won't see tomorrow, you won't see tomorrow. Somebody that has told you that this is going to be your last Juma that you are going to observe. Even the Salat al-Asr, you won't observe it. And he will do it. They have Katali, they have Salabi. You see, in Salabare, in Kakosi, in Sele, in Power to Pasarere, I will kill you and I will kill your grave. And it's true. When they kill you and your people bury you, they will find your grave, they won't find it. Because they have died and they have wine. Me, I met them in this world. Not something that happened during the time of Nabi Muhammad. Some of them are still existing. Because they have initiated themselves with the jinns and they got the power. But brothers, ask me, how do they normally end up? Jala jala normally. They don't end it well. They will have died before they die. People will have declared their obituary before they die. What a cook. They will be bedridden inside the house. They might be going on the road. Their children, none of them will prosper in life. Their wife, nobody. Why can you be doing this? I think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be supporting you because they are dying with the devil and they got the power. Not only people killing, some people are killing their fellow human being economically. We have to destroy him. Maybe it's because of the 10,000 naira that he has. That is why he became arrogant to us. Okay, we are going to crush all his business. They will work, we won't pay them. It's one power that you are using now. Wait for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna rabbaka labil mirsad. No matter which power we have. Inna al-quwwata lillahi. Inna al-izzata lillahi. You now kill now. You now say because you want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to honor you. And Allah said, wa kullu izin izzati. All honor belongs to me, not you. Why should you kill him? Did I ask you? Fayaji'u rajul akhar. Another person will now come in front of Allah again. The first person has come. He has interacted with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has told Allah that this person killed me. Allah has interrogated the killer. Why did you kill him? He responded back to Allah that I killed him because I want to honor you. Those that are killing, it's better you stop it. So another second person now came in front of Allah. Fayaqul, Ya Rabbi, Aza qatalani. The second person will now report to Allah again that this person killed me. Fayaqulu Olaosebikan. Allah will now ask him, Lima qataltahu, why did you kill him? Fayaqul, qataltahu litakunu izzatan li fulan. I kill him, the second person. I will now respond to Allah that I killed that idiot because I want to honor so politician. You know, I used to say it every time. Me, I'm not a politician. I will not be anyone till I die. Inshallah, because the way they are doing politics, there's no way there is no politics. And the problem we find in Islam, you know, I used to say it had happened or emanated since after the death of Nabi Muhammad. Since who is going to be the successor? That is why we have the Shiites. They want Sayyidina Ali, radiallahu ta'ala, because Ali was the cousin of Rasul. And who are in Ahlul Bayt? They said Abu Bakr was just a friend. Since that time, that Abu Bakr must be there, Ali must be there. Abu Bakr must be there, Ali must be there. That is, since that time is when we have that problem of leadership in Islam. And we are going to be having a time on Qiyamah. So if you see any problem within the political circle, that one is a minor thing. If you are experiencing the issues in your family, you say, we are having problem in our Islam. Initial, one state, the one local government there in Osun State. After 3 years, they just observed Jumat service there last week Friday. They shut down the masjid for good 3 years. They are not praying the Amsu Salawat, not to talk of the Jumat service. They shut down the mosque because of what? Because I want to be the imam. I want to be the imam. Ekpe Mosque, I don't know, maybe they have opened it. I said it the following week that they shut down the Ekpe Mosque here. Here that is close to us, less than 50 kilometers here. On Friday like this, imam wants to enter the mosque and deliver the khutbah. Why? Some police officers were sent there and they bundled the imam. They did not even respect the al-kimba he was wearing. They did not respect the beard. They did not respect. Maybe it's one idiot that doesn't tell loyalty kankan. Brothers, any one of you that you have power, especially you the military guys, you the police or whatever, whenever they are sending you on an errand, be careful. Your bosses will be somewhere giving you, go and kill him, go and kill. that you don't even know, just because you want to obey a command, you now go out for the whenever they send you, especially to religious centers, you should be very, very careful. You should think that the person that sent you on that errand is a human being like you. You just have the opportunity to be your boss. Doesn't mean that he's more intelligent than you. Tomorrow you might be in a position that will be more than his own and he will still be alive. Whenever they are sending you on an errand, not only the military guys, every one of us, you should think very well, because you don't know how you two are going to end up. Especially religious centers. Be careful with the pastors. Be careful with the imams. Be careful with malams that you know that they are righteous malams. If there are those that are doing chants for Yahoo boy, pack them and rubbish them. But the one that they say, call Allah, call Rasul, you should honor them. Ah, malam, they say we should come and arrest you. Bismillah. Honor him. Let people know that you are a Muslim, you are a responsible soldier, you are a responsible mopo, you are a responsible civil defense. Don't see that your uniform. Somebody wear it before you. And you don't know, maybe you are the one that will remove it by yourself. Every one of us, including carpenter, including laborer, all of us that we are here, don't let anywhere you find yourself instigate you. This second person that will stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will now tell Allah that I killed that person because I want to honor this politician. Because if you didn't eliminate him, if you didn't take him off the head surface, this politician who was, because this is Akiyama now. Because if we didn't eliminate this person, my boss will not get that seat. Go and ask all our politicians. I said it here last week. Go and ask them. There are 360 in that Abuja, right? Right? I be 309. Go and ask them. How many out of them that they did not use human being, that they did not sacrifice human being for them before they get to where they are now? You hardly see one or two. Not only them. All these famous people, they are in the limelight. Some are not politicians, they build business empires. They destroy some people's business because for them to write. In some factories, they have to bury a newborn baby before that factory will be producing. In some masjid, the man that is leading Juma, he must go and have initiation. With the devils that I want to become, they will tell him to talk. Before you become the chief imam of that mosque, whenever you are in the front and you are leading them, you have to hold your manhood. I told us of one malam here now that died in Agege. The chief imam was bedridden for so many years. They took him to hospital, they took him to this, they do the local, he was not healed. They now resorted in, let's take him to the people that are doing Yeripa, the traditionalists that have shrine. On getting to that shrine, they have not even commenced the treatment they want to do for him. That was how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees his soul. Only God knows the number of years he has done. Are you a nasu? Takullah, inna Allah yamurukum bil adli. See where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let him end. But nobody will end up like that. He must have a skeleton in his cupboard. Because Allah, inna Allah la yudi'u ajral muhsinin. If you are doing good, Allah will not forsake you, no matter how. See, a chief imam, only God knows the number of years he has called people for dawah. Maybe it was somebody that he cheated. That Allah said, that person now say, Ọlọ́run mi ò ní kankan ìwọ nìkan mo ní Ọlọ́run bá ń gbẹ̀san. Those of you that used to collect people's money on the road. I was a victim last week. I was begging. They refused. And I gave them, bring 20,000. All the particulars are okay. Everything are okay. Because one paper is expired, you say, immediately my property they are saying is a stolen property. And they forcefully collected money from me. And I left. I said, Ọlọ́run, I'm handing them over to you. I won't cost, but what they deserve, do it for them. They deserve my own money, hard-earned money. You now take home to go and buy food for your family, and you expected to gain any reward from that student? Every one of us should take it easy. This is somebody in front of Almighty Allah. That I kill so person. Those of you that are taking people's items illegally, if you're on the road, fine, we know. In Nigeria, we know. They are not doing well with the military. They are not doing, except politicians are the ones enjoying this country. Right? They won't pay you on time. 3-4 months. How much are they paying you guys salary? They won't even pay on time. On the road, you can, Alaji Dalla, you can give us pure water something. Somebody that wants to give you 15 naira can even give you 1,000 because of your approach. But somebody has jack inside the motor. You have this paper, everything complete. You are still saying his mirror is looking to direction of Oyo. The mirror is there, but because mirror, you are saying the mirror is not straight. Just because you must extract something from him, you now collect that kind of money. You now use it to go and buy food for you. You can never reap the fruit of your labor from those children. You just labor in vain. Those of you that you are hearing me, you ever take it and propagate it with your other colleagues, including me myself. Engineers too, they used to divert people's material. Somebody is in abroad, send the design of the house to you. Ever me calling Nigeria, you now go and be snapping another person's property on another side. And those of you that before you give somebody work, you must sleep with all his daughters. You even sleep with the wife. You see Malampa, he's the one that did the solemnization of the father and mother. And you still be sleeping with their daughter. Kai. Let us be careful. You know, I used to say it every time. Let's know the people we are going to follow. Let's know where we listen to fatwa. It's not every man that you listen to their word. Especially on this social media. Virus! Open there, just because you want to be famous. Afe Lile, Afe Gumoto, Afe Washonla, Afe Shikini. Just because my organ must win DC, my organ must be in Senate, my organ must be in House of, they kill a lot of people. Now, it's in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's telling Allah that I killed this person because of my boss. Walaysa li fulan, Allah will now tell him that fa inna izzati li, honor belongs to me. Walaysa li fulan. It's not for your boss that you are killing people for. To the extent that the rate at which blood of human beings are flowing now is more than the rate at which animal blood are flowing. So every honor that we are asking for, if it is not from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for our battle, it's not an honor. And it will never last. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. The hadiths are so much and the time has fast spent. So we are going to stop here. If Allah gives us opportunity next week, maybe you can read the other remaining hadiths. Because last week I didn't interpret this for our Hausa speaking brothers. And it will be good if I can interpret for them today again. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us an eternal blessing and forgive us of our shortcomings. Yanwa, maga hutuba da muka yi sati da ya wuce. Mun yi magana akan wayanda suna ta kashe-kashen mutane. Kuma yanda Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ya haramta mu ta kashe yan uwanmu. Mun kawo ayoyi da yawa a cikin Qur'ani sati da ya wuce. Kuma gashi lokaci ma ya wuce. Ba zan yi kawo su ayoyin nan kuma ba. Amma dukanmu mun san ce mu duka kashe yan uwanmu. Allah ya haramta, babu mai kyau bane. Kuma na kawo hadisi manzon Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam da yake wayanda zamu yi mu kashe su uku ne. Kuma ba ni da kai bane zamu kashe su ba. Shari'a ne zai ce a ji a kashe su bayan yayi investigations da yawa. A cikin wayanda addinin mu ya ce mu kashe shi da wanda ya kashe wani, kuma wanda ya kashe bai da izini ya kashe shi. Annasu bin nafs. Duk wanda ya kashe wanda Allah bai ce a kashe shi ba, wanda ya kashe shi din nan shi ma sai an kashe shi. Na biyu, asayibu zani, matan aure da tana zina, mazinaciya, ko kuma ubangida shi ma mazinaci ne. Irin su wayannan za mu dauki hukunci na shari'a Islam, za mu sa a kansu, irin su suna cikin wanda an ce mu kashe su. Na uku, at-tariku dinihi al-mufariqu lil jama'a, wanda ya fita a cikin, wanda ya ridda da ya fita a cikin addinin mu, bayan da ya fita kuma bai yi shiru ba sai na ta lallata addinin mu. Abin da bai faru a cikin addinin mu, ko yana ta zage sun sahabbai, ko yana ta zage su manzonin Allah, ko su annabawa Allah. Irin wayannan zamu iya mu kashe su, amma ba ni da kai bane zamu kashe su ba. Sai dai da ka'idar shari'a Islam shine zamu kashe su. To manzo Allah ya gaya mana kuma yake wai akwai wasu ayyuka wayannan ayyuka din nan mummunan ayyuka ne kuma yana so mu nisance wayannan ayyuka ijtanibu sab'a mubiqat wayannan ayyuka din nan guda bakwai ne manzo sallallahu alaihi wasallam yake mu nisance su na farko ashirku billah ai ta bautawa ma guwaku kuma na yi bayani na ce ba wai ma gumaku wanda yake muka constructing da hannunmu ba ne kamar itace kamar ruwa kamar wani abu ba shi kadai ba ne akwai wasu a cikinmu ana bautawa masu malamansu akwai wasu su yarda da sheki dinsu bisa manzo Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ina ta wannan magana a matuka Sheikh Ibrahim Yas radiyallahu ta'ala ne Sheikh Ahmad Tijani radiyallahu ta'ala ne Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani duk wayannan bawon Allah ne dukansu bawon Allah ne daidai tsaron su a gaban Allah ba wanda ya sani amma wayansu a cikin mu an gansu kaman ga Allah ga su kuma bai kamata ba wasu sun ba su daraja ma akan su annabawa Allah ba haka ba mun kan su cewa sun mutanen kwarai ne amma gaba Allah ba mu san waye ne su ba zahiriya din su ne muka sani ba mu san batiniya din su ba kuma ba wanda Allah ba zai yayi ba faida ba to ana taba wayan su shirku domin biyayya kuma Allah ya ce mu kiyaye na biyu asihiru magic masu safi Allah ya ce mu nisance safi magic is not good mu nisance shi na uku alqatlu nafsi allazi harama Allah illa bil haqqi rai da yake bai yi laifi ba Allah ya ce kar mu kashe shi manzo Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya ce kar mu kashe shi in mu za mu bi kashe ai shari'a Islam ne zai bada fatawa ce mu kashe to na hudu wakilu riba mu riga ta cin riba manzo sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya ce mu nisance riba ce a cikin ayyuka guda bakwai da Allah bai zai sa rahamansa ba kuma ba zai kalli fuskan ba za ka ga fuskar Allah da rahama ba a ciki ne masu cin riba kudin nan da yake su wanda suke tsare mu a hanya kudi da suke karba either police either mopol either what either those that used to collect money on the road forcefully that money is not riba it's not bribe that money is called al-rishwa. I've explained different kind of money that we have in the past. That money is not riba. It's quite different. Al-rishwa is different from al-riba. Those that are consuming riba, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, they will not see his mercy. Wakilul mal al-yatim, masu cin kudin marayu, Allah bai zai dube su da fuskan rahma ba. Wata walli yawmaz zahar, ranar jihadi, duk wanda ya yi gudu, ake mu zo mu je mu fuskance wayannan da suna so su yi suka daga takobi ga Islam. Sai muka kira ka, mu je mu ma wayannan fada, wannan adawa ne suke yi wa Allah. Sai ka gudu, kace kai, ai ni kwanan nan nayi sabo aure. Ai mata na tana da ciki. Ai yara na suna karamin yara ne. Yara na yana so su yi girma. Duk wanda ya yi gudu bai zo ya taimake mu akan mu yi ma addinin Islam mu yi masa fada ba, bai zai samu rama Allah ba. Wa fiskil muhsanatil mu'minatil gafilati. Na bakwai da manzo sallallahu alaihi wasallam yake mu nisance shi a cikin aikin mummuna aiki ne, ayyuka ne. Shine kaga wata mace mu'mina ta shiga wani gida ta fita, maybe hijabinta ya dan ruguje. The next thing da zaka fada shine wai kai an kai an lallata talatu. Baka san ko akan kujera da ta zauna a gurin ne hijabinta ya ruguje, became squeezed. You don't know. The next thing you conclude was that kai talatu 4 or 5 boys they have dealt with talatu. You are denigrating, you are tarnishing the image of a mu'mina. A woman just entered that house and she came out sweat. You don't know, maybe the house she entered, maybe they don't have AC. The way I'm sweating now, somebody should not, and the AC is working. So if a woman now enters somebody's house like that and now come and say, kai, what is bad on Safu? You just conclude in your mind like that woman that just came out, kai, they have messed up with her. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said we should distance ourselves with all this insinuation. Because if you fall into any of this, you never attain the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah not let us fall into this deep shit so that we can attain His mercy and forgive us of our shortcomings. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Inna Allah ya'murukum bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar wal baghi ya'izukum la'allakum tadhakkarun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking every one of us, ya'murukum bil adli, that we should be just in whatever we are doing. The work we are doing, we should be just, either good or bad. We are not even encouraged to do the bad. But the good that you are doing, you should be just. If they want to lay foundation, they want to do an excavation for foundation for a mosque, you know your head cannot dig once. If you dig once, maybe the next one you are going to dig, you meet yourself in Barzakh. Don't participate. If you have money, spend your money. Hire a laborer for them. That what I'm supposed to use my health for, my health is very fragile. That is al-adlu. You are doing justice. You are doing justice to your what? To your head. So also you must do justice within your wife. Those of you that you have 2 or 3. Those of you that you have plenty children, but you know one of them, all of them can never be the same. Allah will not bless them the same way. But there is one that is more intelligent. Maybe it's the last one of the family. Maybe the eldest is 25 years. And this one is just 5 years. Whenever you want to talk about you will send that little child to any grave. That is what happened between the Nabi and Yusuf alayhi salamullah. The father showed the platonic love he had. He showed it, and there's some will. There's some will, and his other brothers, they planned a coup, and they collected Yusuf from their father Nabi Yaqub alayhi salamullah for so many years, and they sent him away after throwing him into the what? Into the well. Before the caravan that came and picked him up, they now sold him as a slave. I will tell you the reason why. Nabi Yusuf alayhi salamullah, as we read, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, he passed through 2 escapades. Number 1, he became a slave. He became a slave. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, because his ancestor, Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salamullah, when he came to Palestine, he enjoyed royalty so much. If not, why will the Namula, the ants, why will they be telling their other companions that it's better you leave the road? La ya'timannakum Sulaymana wa junudihi wa hum la yash'urun aw wa hum la ya'lamun. Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salamullah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him dawla. In the place that he has exercised, that he had enjoyed that dawla, he must have stepped on toes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the place where you have enjoyed that, your grandson will go there and he will be like a slave. If they are telling you that, whatever you do today, tomorrow they will ask your children, either good or bad. Number 2, Nabi Yusuf was sitting with his father. A sheep, Tunkia, with a little baby, Ewe, we are passing by. Nabi Yusuf now pointed at that little sheep, Ewe, or Iwi. He now said, my father, I want to eat that little sheep. And because of the love the father has for him, they slaughtered that little sheep. And the mother sheep started crying up and down. Allah now said, okay, you deny this one. You deny this sheep. The way she loved her own baby, you deny her. You make her to be crying. You too at old age and make sure that you are going to cry. Nabi Yaqub, the father of Yusuf, he cried to the extent that he became a blind. In search of whom? In search of Yusuf. Whatever we do today, they will ask us and they will ask our children. So those of you that you are celebrating Gaga, continue. If the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not suffice you, that all what they are saying is not their own. Is it not an ordinary human being like me? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not send any angel to you. He will not send any prophet again to you. It is from our generation that is going to raise a messenger. This one I'm telling you now is a messenger. Whatever we do today,
They will ask us, and our children will take the reward either positive or negative. Well, ihsan, let us do good. Wa ita'izul qurba, our family members. I don't know how much you have that is intoxicating you, that you are not relating with any extended, even your siblings, you are not relating with them. Not talk of extended family. Remember, those of you that you concentrated on your in-laws house since you came to Lagos, you change your orientation. You that even if some of you ask some of you to take us to where they gave birth to you, you can't even show us. You will not be proud of where you came out from. You now came to Lagos. You want to say be alone. You forgot where your parents came from. You embrace your mother-in-laws and your father-in-laws. Those are your new family. Nobody said you should not take care of your where you married from. Nobody said that. But remember, obìnrin ade oni woman wo isalasiri. When the chips are down, that woman that you sold all your life to her, she will abandon you. And those of you that you are married at old age, at the age of 70, at the age of 80, tẹ́sẹ̀ ẹ̀ lọ fẹ́ kò sí náà lórí transformer yìí mọ̀ ìyàwó yóò mọ ìyàlè gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ bá bí wọ́n bá náà ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ni because contact ẹ̀ tí ń ti dẹnu kọlẹ̀. That you are married at the age of 70, age of 80, that ẹ fẹ́ bí àwọn ẹ kàn bí àwọn ọmọ kalẹ̀ fún yàjẹ́. Marry at the actual time, so that time that you have power again, the new girl that you just married, age of 70, marry 18 years, marry 13 years because you have money. Àwọn ọmọ yahoo no mọ bọba yahoo rẹ sùn. Wa ita'izul qurba, value your family because the day that your health will fail you. Maybe you know Ayuba alayhi salamullah was sick for 7 years, 7 months. I don't know where that one came from. We only knew that. Maybe you know Yaqub, maybe you know Ayub. Why Ayuba? Isn't that Rabbahu? Ani masani yadurra wa anta arhamur rahimin. He was bedridden for so many years, and when he got to the climax, he asked Allah, Allah, I'm not feeling fine. The wife deserted him, the children deserted him, everything went, everything left him. Fastajabna lahu. Allah now answered him. Allah gave him another beautiful family again. Your wife can disappoint you. Is it not in school or in the street or in the refinery that you met her? She can desert you, but the family that will not desert you, where you came from, Allah will preserve one person for you. Either on your mother's side and your father's side, or man tiwa. I don't know say nítorí èlò, on gba salary 50,000, on gba pa. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà láyé yín dá tó? وَيَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنكَرِ وَالْبَغْيِ. Allah is asking us, all these nefarious activities that we are doing, bọ́ọ̀bá, ọ̀pá, bọ́ọ̀bá, búlẹ́sẹ̀, ayé yín ò lè dá. Destroying people in the places of work because you just want to have a space in front of your boss. Is your boss God? Is your boss God? Because you want them to appraise you well. Say you need to get your agenda. If Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not intercede for you, you have nowhere to go. The boss that you want to do show off for is a kafir. I have somebody here one day that I asked him, his house got burnt inside this place last year. I said, what about your God? He said the God burnt with all his property inside the house before they left the refinery and got back to their accommodation. Nígbà tó lọ rẹ ti jóná kí wá ló dúkù, ó sì tún lọ lú, ó sì tún mú bèbí mi wá. He went to their town and brought another baby. That is his God. But our own God is everywhere. Anywhere we go to is our Lord. That is the Lord that you should. The boss that you are doing sacrifice for, they are paying him salary the way they are paying you. It is Allah. Find a place in front of Allah. And every one of you, find a place whenever they sack you, whenever you retire, so that your family members can welcome you. Saheed Mabo. All of you are here. Some of you are here. You have opportunity to even bring people into civil defense, to bring people into refinery mopo, to bring people into the internal security. You say, no, I don't want them to know I'm working refinery. Say what on the refinery? You don't want them to know that you are working refinery. Why are refinery getting a You don't want anybody to know where you are making it. Are you the only one there? Was it not somebody that helped you to that place? Abi, majority of you that you are here, how many of you got automatic employment? How many of you they gave work from your NYC service? It's everybody that knows where he has stepped to before he got the work that he's doing. And you don't want anybody. Say, you want to go and look at your offices now. ẹni tẹ́ fà gan ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ mẹ́ta jókòó. Allahumma izzil islam wal muslimin وذل الشرك والمشركين ودمر أعداءك أعداء الدين وانصر عبادك الموحدين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Our brothers in Palestine, they have killed almost 20,000 now. Maybe next week we are going to talk about them because headache is even catching me concerning these Palestinian people. I want to dose it off. We are supposed to talk about them. And my plan was to talk about what happened, the way they fought. It's not only these Palestinians, so the way they fought the Egyptians, the way they fought the Syrians, the way they fought the Jordanians, the way they fought the Lebanese in Beirut in 1973. All this I just want to share with us so that I can know that this Banu Israel, they are the people that Allah has mentioned, and they will continue this trade because Allah had said, "Wa inni fadaltukum ala alamin." Anywhere they go, they will be exhibiting this trade. Maybe I should clear this their history next week, inshallah, so that we face whatever we are talking. Because we have a topic that is hanging before we dwell into this Banu Israel thing concerning divorce in Islam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our brothers that have died in that Palestinian and that Gaza, and wherever they might have become victim of circumstance. That land doesn't belong to the Yehudis, doesn't belong to the Israelis. I brought all the verses of Quran that mention how that land belongs to us. They told Nabi Musa that we are not going, and they are killing our Muslim brothers now. Who allowed them to be killing them? It is our same Arab brothers. Since they started this fight now, what has Saudi Arabia do? And they are doing musical concert. Now I read it last week. They want to do dog competition in Riyadh, in the state capital. They are doing the one they are doing in Jeddah. They want to liberalize Saudi Arabia because they were already in darkness. That is what MBS is saying. And any man that talk, as he's finishing the khutbah like this, the Mopol and the soldier Askaris, they are outside. They just pick him and throw him into the vehicle. You might not see his family at Tamal Kiyama again. Only God knows the number of scholars that are in prison in Saudi Arabia because of this reformation. You just want to be like them. Those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala condemned in Quran. Let us wake up. Every one of us is happening in our houses. How many of our wives now can use more odo, can pound yam? All of you now, you are drinking custard. Okita ya wa se fun wa ko se ya wa to le se mo nisin. All of them dapa. Ọmọ mélòó náà fa kisa so dire mo nisin. Ba la won mo dájú. Ẹ̀yin náà ó kọ́ wọn ní ko tí wọ́n fi láàánú yín. Majority of us, we are just emulating them. The training that our own parents gave us, how many of us we are giving our children of today? You now say your children, they are vagabonds, you spend all your resources on them, they are not merciful. Wọ́n lè merciful lójú yín, wọ́n sì lè merciful lẹ́yìn yín gan tẹ́ bá kú. Tẹ́yìn kò wà merciful fún ara yín. Ya'izukumullahu la'allakum tadhakkarun. May Allah continue to protect every one of us. Our security brothers among us, may Allah continue to protect you. The weapons you are using, may they not use it against you. But I keep telling you, you two don't misbehave. Me, if I see any officer with gun, if it's coming like this in the northern direction, I will rather take the east or I take the south. I don't want accidental discharge. Don't misbehave. Don't misbehave. Don't misbehave. Look at the people that have successfully retired in the service. That they have meritorious career. That is what you too should emulate. Don't let that thing, is it not an ordinary steel and iron? And that's your uniform. For you to remove it and give it back to the government that gave you is more honorable. And go and enjoy the remaining part of your life. Other than you retire and you start sickness. Flashback, look at all your bosses. And look at your colleagues that they've got injured during the service. How is the government treating them? The government that you want to kill yourself for. I'm not saying you should not do what they ask you to do. But use your brain. Not only them, including me myself, whatever I'm doing, I should use my brain. We are there today. Our fathers, those that are even senior our father, they are doing yes sir for Ogambo. Is it we that they are honoring all the position we found ourselves that will never be there forever? Every one of us, we should calm down. Ma'alan. You will enjoy life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell the angels to welcome you. He will give you red carpet reception if you follow what Quran say and what Hadith say. But you say you follow what the Banu Israel say, you will be part of them. اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكيها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.